Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. We are currently streaming live on YouTube, everybody. To all the guys that will join us for our recap, welcome to the Quick Trade Trading Room session. I was with you guys this morning. This is my last session for this week. And then I'll be with you guys again next week, Wednesday. My colleague Roger will take over from tomorrow for the next 5 days. I'm here to give us a quick recap on what we have done or what we saw this morning, and hopefully there's a few other, opportunities we can look at. I just got a message that national load shedding stage 2 has started. Isn't that amazing? Your cutoff over withdrawals there, guys, Mondays. It's wonderful, right? Mondays to Fridays, 100 hours. And on Saturdays, that will be at 9 a.m. Absolutely good news. All right. And then, guys, your phases here, as always, accumulation, movement phase, and the breakout phase. This is how the market is structured in terms of its movement. And in that structure, there are phases or cycles that the price moves in. I'll say it again. This is how the price is structured, or at least the structure of the movement. And there are phases within that movement. I spend less time in front of my laptop. That's one good way to look at it, right? I, the bone collector. All right. Are you guys ready to go? I am definitely ready to go. Thank you very much for being here this afternoon. Let's go and see what's happening in the markets. Let's go and see and look at some technicals. And then we take it from there. All right. So I'm sharing my screen with you. That is the DXY. And there we go. And what's important about this one here at this moment in time, guys, is that concern I chatted to you about this morning. This morning, I said to you that we have 3 days here where the candles, you can see that they are moving. There's no red or bearish candles yet, but there seems to be a slowdown or an exhaustion in the USD. And that is obviously important because there are other securities that this weakness can flow to. And so we identified that should that happen, there are possibly 2 areas here that we're looking for. The one is for price to resist at 114 and retrace back down, or we continue to push up and we have a continuous pattern or continuous movement here all the way up to the 117, 504 and 119. Those are the 2 options that we are seeing here at this moment in time. What would be wonderful is if we saw that price obviously breaks above the 114 and us moving up. All right. But at this point, this is a waiting game. Need I remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that Thursday, we do have the CPI coming out. That is a very important point there. Don't forget, consumer price index. This will give us an understanding of what the inflation is like. And obviously, guys, it's already been factored in that we will be having higher interest rates here. So there is a possibility on Thursday we could find and see more volatility in that specific dollar. So this index here could be setting up, all right, for us to actually receive the volatility, either moving up and then retracing or moving up and pushing on further. These are the 2 things that one needs to take into account. Is everybody clear with that? That's the dollar index. Don't forget CPI on Thursday. Roger will be with you to mention and to give you some more clarity there as it happens. When we go to our MT5, we are going to visit those specific securities that we chatted about this morning. Now, guys, what's important about this is that you can see that price has reached the 10,750, which is an area that we had put in place here previously, which is over here. So as I move back, obviously on a daily frame, you will see the specific area. You're not going to see it on the weekly. You will see this on the daily, and moving down, obviously, to the 12-hour, you'll see that 10,750. Hold on for me, that's the 11. We want to go down further. And to do that, you guys know I'm no stranger to history. All right, here's that 10,750. Right there, we have now reached that support, which is important for you guys to note. This area here, price could bounce from the zone up because it has done it before. And so please, guys, if it does go down further, we already have a place there at 10,411. Can you guys please write that down for me? These are areas that you can go and watch. After 10,750, we are looking, all right, at 10,411. After 10,750, we are looking at 10,411. I'll say that one more time there. After 10,750, we are looking at 10,411. And from that zone to that zone, that's about 336 pips, which is a fantastic distance for your price. If you have some good cash there in your balance, that will obviously be a wonderful trade to actually go into. And that's obviously, guys, depending on what the dollar is doing as well. Remember, we have correlated these ones very, very accurately. If we can close below 10.7 tonight, and I short it to 411. So when you say tonight, are you talking about midnight? Are you talking about 9 p.m.? Are you talking about 8 p.m.? Are you talking about when you say tonight? When you say tonight, I want to just be more specific. So at midnight, so if we go back to this one here, if a daily closes beneath there, 10,750, can you see there's nothing else standing in its way? Can you guys see that? Not a problem, as long as you're here, all right? I think it's important, all right? There's nothing standing in its way, Zeph. Can you see that? There's nothing standing in its way. So if you move down further, watch. When I say down further, I'm talking about back, all right? Apologies there. I agree with Laik there on that. I'm now moving back because I want to show you if there's any other area that's in the way. 10,750, can you see these wicks here, Zeph? Can you see these wicks here? If I zoom in. So there is $10.17, just write that there. I'm going to see if there's anything else. So if you shave the wicks here, 10.66. Can you see how this becomes a much better entry there? Can you see it? Now you're going to have less pips, yes. It's about 268 pips, but 10.686 is a better entry than 10.750. Are we together? We are not saying it won't go down after 10.750, but the probability of it going down after 10.66 is stronger because it has gone through a lower level than that of the previous one, which is 10.750. So 10.686 is better. All right. That's the Nazi. And you take it to 10.411. Welcome there, Zeph. All right, let's go to the next ones there, guys. S&P 500. All right, so when it comes to the S&P, we have the 3290 that we're looking at, 3290, but we are not finding this area on the weekly frame. So if I do go to the daily, I'm moving down. So right here, can you guys see it? There is one that's before that. but the pip distance is 200 pips. Please write that down for me. The first area that you can look at to possibly exit is 3401. 3401. If we close beneath 3607, where price is now 3401. And that is when you go backwards, it's at that pivot point there. From a weekly perspective, you'll be getting into halfway of that zone there, that accumulation. It's more or less halfway, 3401. Everybody clear there? That is the S&P 500 smaller index. Don't forget that. So obviously it's going to be different in terms of its pip distance. It will be shorter distances or less pips. Dow Jones is obviously different from a daily standpoint. Down back to that pivot point over there, it's 364 pips. If we get a closing beneath, I'm talking about a daily close now. You can see it. We rejected. This 12-hour here is still rejecting. This one is rejecting. Everybody clear there? So please be careful with this US 30. US 30 can show you a bit of flames now and then. Show you a bit of flames now and then. It can. I'm showing you flames now. But I like the honesty, you know. All right, so be careful with this guy here. This is a bigger index compared to that, even of the NASDAQ, all right? So this one means that if it's a bigger index, it means there's a lot of people trading it. Is everybody clear? The bigger that specific index, more people trade it, which means there's more volatility. So I can you groot pak slag here. Please be very careful. All right, everybody? Please be very, very important. Be careful, not be important. Sorry, guys. Brent, here we go. Oh, we still trapped in the 92 area there, guys. We still trapped. Please be careful of this one here. Please write down, though, if we break beneath 92.85. Write that down for me. Anya se oukie is gevaarlik. Anya, you're being summoned. You're being summoned, subpoenaed. Please speak to that boyfriend of yours. The milk and the ice cold tissue. Hey guys, you know, the DJ is like one of those guys like, if you know this road rage. I was sitting with my family last night and I said to them, guys, one of the underrated things that people don't really talk about much, that where people get hurt, is road rage. You know, people get angry for road rage, eh? You know, and then you ask yourself, like, how can this person get so angry where they'll take out a gun or a screwdriver or whatever just because someone cut you off? I mean, that shows you how edgy people are. Does it make sense? People are edgy. Their mind is running so much with everything where they don't even realize they're fused. They fuse, or they are moved by small things so quickly. And so if you really want to be tested in your calmness, just drive where there's a lot of taxis, you know. I will show you how you structured on top. People are angry, man. The frustration levels are way too high, you know, and shame, man, unfortunately. Shame. I feel sorry. All right. 92.85. If we break below 92.85, we have a possibility to go down to 88. Please write that down for me, my good people. All right. Please write that down for me. All right. I slayed the nest too much, man. Even calling me rich uncle. That sounds like a bar there. Like WTI. WTI 87.60. All right. 87.60. Daily close beneath here. Guys, we could be pushing down further now. All right. Pushing down further into this pivot point that I spoke to you guys about. Now, let's talk just for a couple of minutes here. This pivot point, this one. All right. We go to a shorter time frame. Let's go and see if there's anything in there. Can you see this, guys? That pivot point on a daily, that's the open, right? Not the open, the close, sorry. All right. And we go down to a shorter time frame. You can see inside there's that one there. And then so there's three. There's 1, 2, and 3 areas there. Brent levels. Oh, okay, hold on. It's a very big possibility there, Laik. Remember suppliers, if we get anything from suppliers when they get cheaper, makes it better for us, isn't it so? But if they get more expensive, automatically that puts us in that deficit as well, yeah? So there is a possibility, it all depends. We have seen, certain securities dropping, we together, but then there's no effect. Because remember, in the background, the back end, there's trade agreements that is also in place, and sometimes trade agreements, you need price to break or you need levels to be broken in certain parameters for you to actually qualify. Have you guys seen these free ads where they say you could win? And then you call in and then you're like, hey man, I qualify. I have this, I have this, I have that. But then they come and they say, yeah, no, right, you're right. You have those 3 things, but you need 1 and another 2 things, and then you qualify for it. So even in trade agreements, there are certain criteria levels that must be satisfied for you to actually gain access to change. And people put that in place as clauses. Are we together? So that they don't have to, it's just like insurance, isn't it so? Insurance, they put a lot of clauses in place. If you don't satisfy that, one day they'll say, hey, we'll just leave you alone, just leave it alone. Are we together? So there is a possibility, yes. That's to answer you directly, yes. All right. And if there's corruption, that's another one. So now we're supposed to get a change, but corruption, they're eating the money somewhere. Are we together? And we don't see the change. Is everybody clear? So, Punch, are you okay here? Can I move? Is it okay? Do you have your levels there? 92.85. Do you have it? Just let me know, okay? Yeah, the corruption part, guys, that's a very interesting one there. It is unfortunate. Sometimes people's minds just, all right, USD Swiss franc, sometimes their minds don't change. There's nothing you can do about it. The higher time frames are still rejecting here, and that concern is still with me. Look at the 12 hours today. This is this morning, or the first 12 hours second. Look at this candle here. Be very careful with these dollar pairs. Is everybody with me here, guys? Remember, we are still pro dollar. We're still looking for that for the dollar to increase, but just be careful with your entries because it might be premature. Now, I want you to notice something here. Can you see that pivot point there? I know you can't see that line. Can you see now? Look at that line there. Can you guys see this here? Let me be smart here. And I will take this off. All right, so I want you to notice something here. I'm just making space just to show you something, right? Now, can you see how far back price can retrace from there to there? 140 pips, 143 pips. Is everybody with me there? It can possibly retrace back. If it breaks below 99, we could come back here. That's the concern that I have. Look how many days it's taking. It's taking 1, 2, 3, 4 days. And we still have not broken above the 1.00069. Can you see that, Teresa? Ponch, can you see that? Can you guys see this? Yeah, Paul. Can you guys see? So it's taken 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and we're still not above there. So that's why I'm saying there's a lot of exhaustion happening here. So please be careful. Can you guys please be careful here? Price can come down like this, right? The context there, Punch. The context there, or is it natural? Mine is definitely not natural. I don't know about the other guys. Mine is not natural. So guys, watch this one here. USD CAD. This one is already retraced. Look at this rejection. You're not going to see it on these time frames. You're going to see it on the shorter time frames. Come on. There we go. Look at the retracement there. It's natural. Wow. Far-sighted, short-sighted. Is it far-sighted, short-sighted? All right. So look at that retracement, shorter time frames. Please be careful. We could see something similar happen to the USD Swiss franc. All right, everybody. Look how many days it took. 1, 2, 3. Can you see it? And there had to be a retracement. So the same is happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's struggling. We could see a retracement. Then we push up. Please be careful here. All right. Short-sighted, meaning you can't see far. I'm right. Short-sighted, you can't see far. Am I right? Is it short-sighted or far-sighted? Whilst I'm getting there, all right. So Annie says yes. Short-sighted, you can't see far. You got to have some context like Poncho. She says it's natural, but we don't know. I'm teasing a little bit now because the seriousness is away from this morning, It's a bit more relaxed. It was very serious this morning, We're still rejecting at 0.62720. There was a serious moment. Teresa, there was this one time I came into my parents' place. I just went to say hi to them. I get in there, they're like, why are you so serious? Your face. And I said to them, hey, parents, I call them parentals, parentals, sometimes when you have a serious day, you sometimes find me, I haven't let that seriousness go yet. It's still walking with me. So please forgive me. Sometimes it stays with you, man, and people, they misunderstand that. So this morning, it was a bit serious this morning, man. So here we have 62720. Yeah, man, I've had like, we've it's been good. It's been good. 62720. Hey, we're looking for 6647. 62720, 6647. Like he's saying something interesting there. We guys agree that, we don't have long extended vacations anymore. It's now weekends. It's weekend away, man. No, weekend away. Quick. Friday, boom, put you out. Sunday, you back quickly. So no, Friday you leave, boom, you back Sunday. So now, you put that all together. Sia, invest in timeshare. Invest in timeshare. It's going to make it easier, man. All right. You'll be able to get into a couple of places there. Can you guys write this down for me with the doc, with Doctor? 62720, break there, 60647. This is in. Confident that the dollar will increase in strength. 60647 is the exit we're looking for. As long as you're still in the trading room, you can have a vacation. That's true. But they don't end up relaxing because you're still on the run when you get away for the weekend. Like there's techniques with emergency exits and stop losses. There's techniques we use to there's techniques we use to just to let everything go, disconnect, boom. All right, the Grootman or Sugar Daddy. Actually, Sister P, just check share there. Is everybody fine here? Can I move on from AUD USD? I'm giving you guys a couple of levels just to go and track. Is everybody all right with AUD USD? Almal reg? Mag ek beweeg? Just to go and track, There was a nice GBP NZD trade that very disappointed on that one, man. Yes. See, yeah, that noise there. NZD USD, did you hear that noise? This one is very dangerous because it's rejecting at 55622, but write this down. Exit 0.53980. Sorry, 900. Sorry, 53900. Write that down for me. Please write that down for me. Ash, where did you find it? Ash, where did you find it? Left-hand side. Left-hand side. Left-hand side. 53900. 53900. Guys, it's like everyone is having load shedding already because the up and down. I'm going to just quickly show you the pip amount there, guys, real quick. Pip distance there. It's about 173 pips. We can, Jabulo. Not a problem, my friend. We can. We can. It was at a support. Remember that? It was at that support. Jabulo, do you remember that? The CHF JPY was at a support. Zef, here's Adele. She's coming. Is Zef still on? Sia, what's very important here is we would like, ideally, for the daily to close beneath 55622. Do we see the downside? Yes, but we're just talking about a nice cleaner entry for some of the guys. 0.55 622. Zep. All right, are you with me there, Sia? 55622. A nice cleaner entry. You can get in now if you'd like, but remember, we're trying to accommodate everybody. All right, 53900 is the exit. Everybody all right? GBP USD was moving down very nicely as well. And from a daily perspective here, guys, it is rejecting. And that's why I'm saying to you that be careful when you enter the NZD USD, because there's also rejection on this side. And that concern is hanging over my head about that dollar. But we still see the downside. We just need the momentum time frame to close beneath 1.10236. All right, 10236. We take it to the exit of 08496. You can write that down. Make sure you have it in place. Track this. Remember, guys, what I like to do is when I do finish off a week, I like to give you levels to go and check, because we come back the following, we check it out. So the exit there, 1.08496 beneath 10236. You holding in there? Got you. All right, can I move, guys? Is that fine? The next one is the Euro USD. Euro USD, then we have to go to the USD JPY. Hold on. Let's just finish up with gold first. Is that fine? So gold here, we are now pushing, or at least staying in the zone. Look at the 1 hour. This is gold today. That's gold today. Do you see the problem? That's the entire day versus yesterday. Look at today versus yesterday. There's a setup that's happening here. We see the downside. We are pro-dollar, guys. Don't forget that we are still pro-dollar. So we see the upside of the dollar. Hopefully, we will then push down from here to that 1650. All right. So we still see some downside with the gold. Let's go to Euro USD. You want to sell? That's honest, not enough patience there with this one. With gold. Gold is a very interesting dynamic, eh? If you look at gold just from a person that has the jewelry, There's something about gold, you don't like to let it go. There's something about gold from a person perspective, you don't like to let it go if you have it. So that kind of thinking gets into the actual trading of it. You want to trade it, but where's it going? I don't want to, it's very emotional, if I can put it like this. All right, so this one here, we want to go down to 95271, but we need to break 96745. Mikhail, obviously you can just check out the YouTube link there. You can just check out the link there, because remember we stream, so you'll be able to check it out. Okay. So we seeing the 96745. We want to go down to 95271, as you can see on your screen. But we need to break that with the daily frame, and there's currently rejection at that zone. So therefore, we'll just hang tight and wait for it. All right. Let's go to USD JPY. Can I make sure that everybody has it there before I push on? Can I make sure that everybody has it there? All right. Let's go to USD JPY. Look at this. Guys, I do think we're setting up for the CPI. This is this is a very set. So this is disappointment. Are we together, everybody? This is disappointment. It really is. We'd like to go up. I don't know what happened to my levels, guys. So did my levels just disappear? I think my levels just disappeared. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. All right, it just happened. My level disappeared. I had such a nice Cobra set up here, and it disappeared on me. I'm telling you, Shira, such a nice setup, man. And it was the Cobra levels. I pulled out the Cobra on this one, and it just disappeared for whatever reason. Okay, so that is not cool at all. It must have been with a serious moment this morning. Hilarious. All right, here we go. Let's do this. So we are, hold on for me, guys. I just want to see something here. Okay, I'm missing a level here. I'm missing a level. You know how I know? Because our TP was at that zone there. So I'm missing a level here on the top. I'm missing a level. There. Can you see that? Can you see that, guys? Let me just zoom in so you can see. Can you see that? That's the area there where we are actually TPing. Please write that down, guys. If you don't have it, we have a TP in there at 147.41, 147.41, 147.41. I don't know what that was. It's network. 147.417. 147.417. Please write that down for me. Stop loss 144.820. 144.820. 144.820. We are still at our entry. All right, we're still there. It's very disappointing, but we have to learn to move away from disappointment, right? Can we move, guys? Let's go to the CHF-JPY. CHF-JPY. It was at a 0.20. Are you sure that's exchange rate? Or is that volumes, Zeph? I think you're giving us your volumes here. Zeph is giving us volumes here. All right, look at this. It did reach the support and it is currently moving up. Remember, 148 is the TP. We did reach the support and it is currently moving up. If you look at it from a daily perspective, this is the pivot point here that we're dealing with, this guy here. So if I show you what it is, this is the guy. This is the fellow that we're dealing with here. Adele, Zeph is flexing. I just thought I just mentioned it. You know, Zeph is flexing. Zeph, please, you know, I'm just a mediator between parties. I don't get involved. The mediator never gets involved emotionally. So I'm just letting Adele know. All right. It's recap, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So we are currently dealing with this fellow here. Everybody clear? And 148.000 is our TP. Aish. NZD CAD, Zeph. There we go, man. You know, like I said, I'm just a mediator. All right, I'm just a mediator. I'm going to start fresh with NZD CAD. Teresa, did you see what I did there? I just quickly dropped it and I move on. NZD CAD, you know, just, you know, like a ghost. You're not going to see it, just quickly. All right, we on the monthly premier NZD CAD. Shira, don't you just love it? NZD CAD, we're right here. And we're going to quickly deal with our pivots here. You guys ready? Let's deal with our pivots. There's one. All right, let's begin to work this sucker right here. All right, we are already, you can see it. We are beneath all of these pivot points here. Can you guys see it? We are beneath. So now we go back. Now we go back. Now we go back. All right, everybody clear? There. Please pay attention. This is what we were doing this morning. I said to you, I will consistently apply this so that you get it, so that you understand it. All right, so look at that. Where are we? If I zoom out, we are currently this block. Can you see it? Now, I want to show you something. I'm going to take a horizontal level and I'm going to zoom in. Hold on. Can you see that area there? Can you see this candle? That area there. I'm trying to zoom in. Hold on. See that there? Can you guys see that there? Now watch very carefully. I'm going to go to the front side now. That's the back end. I'm going to go to the front end now. You know, the guys in IT, like who mark them, you know. This is the back end. I'm now going to the front end. Watch. We've broken it. Can you guys see it? We've broken the back end. Now what we do is, now we look which block is next. These two are next. Can you guys see it? These two are next. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go back again. Why am I going back again? Because I want to see that zone and that zone there. So now look, 78.75. This is ultimately a very nice support. Can you guys see it? Using the body at times. Hold on. Using the body is always better. Is everybody with me? What did I say to you about bodies? How do the FBI agents, police solve problems? Well, cases, they got to find a body. So this body over here is brilliant. 75. Now watch. I'm going back again. And now what I will do is I'm going to cut and slice it in half. Is everybody clear so far, guys? Let me make sure. Is everybody clear so far with what I've just done there? There's the 50%. We've reached it. It's the 50. Exactly. Anya, it's hit the 50. Shira, the cobra's out. Look at that. So now that we can see prices hit the 50, we have rejected at that level there, 38 level or 68 level. Does that make sense, everyone? Look at that. We've rejected there. So ultimately, we would like this area and that area to be our trading area. Can you guys see that? But we need price to come and break below that zone. Is everybody clear? Now, what's important for the guys that are running on the shorter time frames, if they would like to, you see how problematic this is now, guys? Because if price breaks above this area and we get a candle that closes above there, can you see these are the zones now that we're dealing with? Look at that. Look how accurate that is there. Can you see the accuracy there? So that level is connected to that zone there. The next area is here. That's the next area. If we break above there, that's the next area. Can you guys see that? So if I go back, can you guys see what I'm talking about? Look there. Teresa, can you see that? Do you see that now? Look at this. Right there, even on the 12-hour. Adele, can you see it? Sia, can you see it? Look at that. Spot on right there. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. If price breaks above this area, which it did there, look what happens. Boom. Boom. Can you see that? So do you see the validity of this zone here? If price breaks above here again, we could go up once more. Is everybody clear? At this point, we still see the short. So the short is there. We are still bearish here. Why are we bearish? It's gone beneath the 50%, but it's retracing now. So we've gone beneath the 50%, rejected at that zone there. We still see the short, but it's currently retracing. So the next area that it could retrace at is back to 7769. Everybody clear there, guys? I think this was a critical one. I think this was live analysis right here in the price, just to show you that. All right, so I'm going to say it once more. We still see the downside. We see us going down, right? Because it's gone past the 50% at 76895, rejected at the 61% on the Fibonacci or the 38, depending if you take the high from the high to the low or the low to the high. It depends. There's no secret in that. You can choose whichever way. All right, so let's just say this was the 61 point area. This was the 61. It's rejected there now. And now we're moving up back to the 38. If we break above the 38, then obviously this becomes the next zone. Now, guys, what you can do is you can short it from there. That's when guys are looking for higher prices now. You can actually short it from here. Is everybody with me here? But if you short it from here, you're taking a higher risk. Why? Because look at this price here. What has happened before? So you are going to take a higher risk. You're going to get a higher price. But what comes with higher price in life? A higher risk. Do you see that, everybody? So you can take a higher price, which means if price goes down, my word, that 0.20 that Zeph was referring to just now when he was flexing, you okay? Does that make sense, everybody? You okay? And to be frank with you and to show you why I say you'll be okay, let me go and show you why I say you'll be okay. All right? If we were to do a pending order, and let's just say we take it from there. Do you see it? And we take profit at 0.75008. It's 283 pips. Here's Zeph's flex. That's 7,400 Rand. Do you see what I mean, guys? But now look here. This, we need to get a 1-to-2 ratio. So now, watch. I move up. That is roughly a 1-to-2 ratio, 140 pips away. Does that make sense, everyone? So you short it from there to come down to there. That's the one option. Is everybody clear? That's the one option. The second option here, obviously, is if you leave price to retrace, come back down again, beneath this 50 mark here. You see that? Yes, second option. And then you short it right there. That's the second option. Because now price has not only rejected there, but it's now also come back again. And then we get a closing beneath the 50 once more. And then you short it there. Can you guys see that? Will you be getting the same amount of pips? No, you will not. So if we move our pending order to there, still the same amount, 0.20, 4,900. Do you see that, everybody? That's option 2. Can I give you option 3? This is for the conservative guys now, the guys that don't want to take the higher price, the higher risk. Is everybody with me here, guys? There's 3 options. The first one was there. Second one here. Here's the third option. Beneath that zone there, with a close, it's 3,600. Same volume, less pips, less profits. Is everybody clear with what I just mentioned there, guys? And this is going to be different for everybody. So the question that I get a lot, Ashley, where's the best place to enter? I've just given you 3 places. Does that make sense? Each place comes with their own pros and cons. So there is no such thing as a best place. Is everybody clear? There's no such thing as a best place. All right. Can I just give you one more opportunity to write down these levels? The exit, 0.75008, 0.75008 is the exit we are gunning for. Please, guys, write this down. I will not be with you tomorrow or Thursday or Friday in terms of our process. Doc will take care of you, but I'd like you to monitor these specific areas, okay? We all said EuroCAD that I will go to now. The recap normally, guys, it's different from the morning session. All right, it's different from the morning session. Can I move on? Is everybody clear? Can I move on? I want to go to EuroCAD here. All right. EuroCAD at this point in time, I'm not even going to go to the monthly. I want to know who can see where we are. Who can see? Look at that. Can you guys see here? Look at that. Can you guys see the zones here? There. Look where we rejected. Pretty obvious now, am I right? It becomes more obvious the more you see it. Can you see where it rejected, guys? Those 3 zones there. Pretty straightforward. Am I right or wrong here? Pretty straightforward. So we are below, which tells us what? Are we bearish or bullish at this point in time? Bearish or bullish? All right, that's a trick question. That's a trick question. Anya says bearish. Yabonga says bearish. Anyone else? That's a trick question. I want to see who will give me a different answer there. Guys are saying bearish. All right. All right. We below the pivots. Yes. Let's go to the weekly first. Let's see if the pivots align. Look at this. Can you see that zone there? Now I'm going into the higher time frames. So from a daily perspective in the detail, we're below the pivots. When I move back, let's see if we are really below. Look at this, guys. We are above that area there. Can you see it there? We're above. So in the bigger scheme of things weekly, pay attention. Look at that. 1.31500. Look at this. 1.31500. Look at this area. Look at that area. Now I'm going back to the front. We above it. Are we bullish or bearish? Are we bullish or bearish? Are we bullish or bearish? I told you it's a trick question. I told you it's a trick question. At this point in time, from a higher time frame perspective, we are above that pivot point. There's some strength in the buyers. We are here. That's funny, Anya. I'm gonna give you that. That's hilarious. We are here. So from a higher time frame perspective, we are above a weekly major level. Remember, a weekly level is more important than a daily. Don't forget that. Don't forget the order of things. Monthly is more important than weekly. Weekly is more important than daily. All right, so if we go back here, look at this. We are currently above this pivot point here. So there are some buyers in the market at this point in time. There's some buyers in this market at this point in time. And in this movement up, watch now, in this movement up, we are currently a little bit bearish here. So in that push up, that rejection on the weekly and the monthly, meaning buyers came in, we are still a little bit bearish. So we need price to obviously break these areas to resume that bullish movement that started on the monthly and the weekly. So the monthly and the weekly, we've seen a rejection to the upside, buyers coming in. We need some more strength of the buyers to go past these areas here to advance up further. All right. So on a weekly, if we look on a weekly and we're looking for an area here, you see that zone 1.43? Let's go back and see if we're missing anything. Yes, we are. Look at this punch there. Look at this. 1.38. Where did I find it? There. So watch. I'm going back to daily now. If we break above these areas, do you see where we want to get out now? Do you guys see that? If we continue to be bullish on the higher time frames, 1.38 is our area. So if I zoom in, look where TP is. Can I say that once more? Can I say that once more? If the weekly continues to climb like this, the weekly here, above the pivot point we found in the past, all right? If it continues, if the buyers keep coming in, all right? Then we want to get out at the next available area, which is not there. We're going back further. We're going back further. There. Can you guys see that? There. On what time frame am I? Weekly. So what we do is we switch and we drop down to a daily. Now we drop to a daily to see how relevant it is. I've dropped 1.38721, and I'm moving back, back, there. So the weekly and the daily is matching up at a pivot point. You can make a note of that. When the pivots align on the directional time frames, it's very powerful. When they align, this is a weekly level as well as a daily, which is very valid. So we need to break above these areas here that I've highlighted there. So this is the last one. Can you see the last one here, Ponch? Can you see this last one here? See the high? 1.35. This is a beautiful trade to the upside because it's past the last block, which is on top, the high there. Can you see the high there? Can you see the high there? So once that high is broken, leave all of this. See, you see, this is the noise. This is the noise. That's the noise. Does it make sense, everybody? Focus on the block. Focus on the block. Focus on the block. Focus on the pivot point. This is the noise. That's where the fluctuation happens. That's where the up and down comes. That's what gets the guy scared. So if it comes up, up, please expect it to push. It's part of it. You go up, it's part of it. Does it make sense? Price can do stuff like this, but eventually the block has been violated. The next one is there. Is everybody clear with what I just mentioned? Don't get scared in between. Is everybody clear? Because that's what price does. There's fluctuation. Got to look at which block it violates. This is the last one to violate before we push up to that one over there. So if price comes up, violates the high, this will be our entry here we want to get into to go up. Is everybody clear there, guys, with what I just mentioned? Is everybody clear? I'll pause for 14 seconds there real quick, and then I'm going to mention something and we're going to close off. Guys, 14 seconds and I'm going to mention something and we're going to close off because, guys, this is so important. In anything that you do, always remember the process in between. Process in between. Process in between. These blocks here that you see me highlighting, those are like core concepts in any discipline. When you deal with economics, there are core concepts in economics. When you deal with medicine, there are core concepts. When you deal with law, there are core concepts. And in between the core concepts, there is all of the detail there that you read. That's why people can't finish books. That's why you open up a book, for real. Open up a book and you get lost in the detail. You read for 3 days straight and the detail loses me. The book here that I have, very thick book, together, 2 of them actually, one on economics and one on altruism. Very big book. It's called The Wealth and Poverty of Nations. Please write that down. The Wealth and Poverty of Nations. You can even go and get it. The Wealth and Poverty of Nations. That book has a lot of detail in there. You get lost in the detail if you're not checking out those core concepts. So always go to the content page. The Wealth and Poverty of Nations. That's what it's called. It's by David Landers, guys. David Landers. Landers. There we go. Check it out. That book, a lot of numbers in between. And this is what frustrates people. It's this. But once you understand the core concept, it's easier to trade. Can I say that once more? If you understand the pivot points, the core concepts of things, you don't get lost in this. Adele, Ponch, this here. You don't get lost in it. You don't get frightened of this. Does it make sense? As long as you understand, after this zone here, we have to go to the next one. Is everybody clear? After this one here, after this one here, you go to this one. Teresa, does this make sense? Even in science, if you understand the concept, please help me out. Even in science, if you understand the concept, the detail doesn't bother you anymore. Does it make, and it's the same here. So know the core concept, and in this specific case, it's the pivot points in this specific case. So you know which block, move from block to block. Now, if it stays beneath this area here, guys, it's pretty clear we have to go to the next one. It's these two here. Is everybody clear? If we keep staying beneath this area here, the next blocks are here. Everybody cool there? So from that one there is to there. If we stay beneath this last one here, then obviously the next is here. That's pretty straightforward. Am I right, Ponch? Does it make sense? Pretty straightforward there. Everybody all right? Everybody all right? So from me to you guys, remember, please keep practicing this. Follow this revision. Next week, Wednesday, I'll be with you again. We'll be with Doc from tomorrow up until next week, Tuesday. Practice. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. All right. And hopefully we'll have some good testimonies of the guys understanding it. And please be patient with yourself, guys. All right. Enjoy load shedding. Stage 2. Stage 2 has started. Cheers, cheers. Already, Kathy. They say the last few months of the year is always fast. I don't know about that though.